What is going on, everybody? This is Taylor from the PRN Pig Racing Network, and today we welcome you to Lowe's Motor Speedway for the running of the Lowe's 500 here, the Coca-Cola 600, whichever the one you want to call it. Last week at California was a very, very chaotic race, and after a very brutal caution on the first lap, chaos finally calmed down, but we did end up getting a very interesting winner. I forgot who it was now. I remember there was a very interesting winner, but now I just forgot who it was. Sorry. I probably will end up remembering soon. Anyway, so today we take it to Lowe's Motor Speedway. This was a very interesting track, but how interesting would it be on Indycar circuits? We will find out in today's race. Sebastian Jimenez won last week's race. Trying to make it 2 in a row for him, he is. You can see the lineup here as we go down. You can see that a lot of these drivers starting in the back trying to get a good position. Let's take it to our command to get this race started. Car's firing up, pace car's off, and we're running. Danica Patrick, Jimmy Neutron, make up your first two. And this race is not going to be a very hard-hitting race. It may be. It'll probably be a very hard-hitting race, especially when it's Lowe's and Indy cars. A pace car will roll off into pit road. We're going to get the Coca-Cola 600 here going. 100 long laps. Boogity. Oh, let's go racing, boys. This track is definitely going to be a long race here. But these Indy cars are pretty fast, so maybe that'll help out with a lot of this stuff here. But Jimmy Neutron and Danica Patrick are getting close together. And immediately in turn on the backstretch, Jimmy Neutron going to give it our first pass of today. For the lead, Jimmy Neutron will go ahead and lead the first lap of today's race. And we have 99 to go. This will be a long race here. Lots of caution lights, so that'll definitely help me for when I need to figure out if there's a caution or not. Danica Patrick and Jimmy Neutron's really close to each other. A lot of battles behind here. Car's going extremely fast, you can see here. Cars are going about 185 in these corners. On the backstretch, nearing 200 miles per hour. Look at that, 200 miles per hour into these corners. Lap times are also extremely short. So if this race were to go caution free for 100 laps, this race would go on for the normal time of 50 minutes. But don't expect this race to go caution free. Cautions are bound to happen sometime in this race, but when will they happen? Jimmy Neutron up at the front, but it is still a 3-car tandem. Base of Alien on the bottom here. Going to go side by side with Danica on the low side. It would give the biggest advantage to Jimmy Neutron. Give more space from him in second. Jimmy Neutron up at the front. Danica Patrick on the verge to lose the third to the number 1 of Scotty Carter. You've seen in the background. Jimmy Neutron won at a very good race at Indianapolis Road Course. Face of Alien won it. I don't think he's won an Indycar race, but he did win a Twisted Tea Truck Series race. He nearly won the Piston Cup Series race this Wednesday at Orlando, which was a very intense race. That's for damn sure. Face of Alien looking to get his first win of the Indycar Circuit Series. On the backstretch, he is nearing the tires and the bumper of Jimmy Neutron. He'll have to make a move sometime soon, but he had to get out of the throttle, which gave a lot of room See, the field is definitely spread out more between 3rd and 4th. Base Veiling going side by side with Jimmy Neutron. Will we be saying new leader number 11? Yes, we will. New leader number 11. Here comes Scotty Carter. Scotty Carter? Yeah. Oh, that's cameras. What am I doing? Yeah, Scotty Carter. Scotty Carter in that 2nd position, working his way up through the field here. Field is becoming more single file now, but don't expect this single file action to ruin a good race, because this race is definitely getting really intense here. Scotty Carter in the 1, trying to work to get up to the front there. See a side-by-side battle going on between, I believe, who is that? The 83, I think that's, I don't know. Scotty Carter going underneath Invasive Alien for the 1st position here. Scotty Carter is going to go underneath Invasive Alien, and new leader, 1. Invasive Alien not giving up yet. This is making a lot of drivers come from the back up towards front here. 9 laps have been quickly completed. We will take a quick commercial break in this race, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go anywhere. There's plenty of action here left at Lowe's Motor Speedway. We will be right back in a few short moments.
How could we make the chalupa even better?
You could put nacho cheese sauce on it.
Introducing the Nacho Cheese Chalupa, loaded with our warm, zesty nacho cheese sauce. How do we come up with this stuff? Now just 99 cents. Only at Taco Bell.
Alright. Let's get something done today, shall we? Oh, what the fuck? Microsoft. Because every time you click on something, we're gonna crash on you. Buy us now. Today's presentation of NASCAR Verizon Indycar Series action live from Lowe's Motor Speedway is presented by Coca-Cola. If you can feel it, then you can feel the taste of Coca-Cola. Scotty Carter takes the lead. Well, he took the lead after Jimmy Neutron got it from Danica Patrick. Then Invasive Alien took it. You've seen it. You've seen it. You've seen it happen. It didn't happen under commercial, though, which is good. I'm not that kind that would do that. Invasive Alien is catching back up to Scotty Carter in that 1. You see a new driver coming in there. That's Griffin Lynn in the 77 up to 3rd. Daytona winner really working his way up to there. And we gotta wonder, what has Marcus Bolton, what has he been going through? Because remember the horrific wreck last week, he managed to survive the wreck, but just had a few bruises and scratches. How the hell did he manage to survive that? We have no idea. Marcus Bolton is lucky to be alive. Speaking of that, where is Marcus Bolton? There he is. Marcus Bolton's actually running in the top 5, excuse me. Marcus Bolton, after the horrific wreck last week, manages to be in the top 5. So he's definitely gotten somewhat better at this right now. 16 laps completed. 6 drivers up at the front right now. Moves are being made right now. Griffin Lynn trying to make a move on Invasive Alien. It didn't work. Invasive Alien trying to make a move on our leader. It didn't work. Invasive Alien in the 11. Is that right? Yeah, 11. He's been having some success in other series, such as the Piston Cup Series, the Twisted Tea Truck Series. That's about it. Invasive Alien right now is really trying to get his lead back that he lost a few laps ago. His laps are starting to get shorter and shorter because of the tires that are wearing down. The lap times have definitely gone up. Best lap time was a 27.9, so the laps are definitely about a 28-second advantage. The fastest lap you can see by the one car is a 27.9, so you can tell that on fresh tires the races go by really quickly. On old tires, it's about like a 30-second lap almost. See the leaderboard outside the top 10 there. 19 laps about to be completed in this race. Invasive Alien and Scotty Carter really equal into these corners. So far there has been no cautions. Will we see that happening the entirety of the race? Like I said before, don't count on it not being caution free, but you never know. One and two are close together, while second and third and on back are really separated. Separated by a maximum of about 20 to 30 Indycar links. Scotty Carter and Invasive Alien really trying their hardest to get a good win here. These two drivers have not won it, I believe. I believe Scotty Carter has not won a race. I'm probably sure that is correct. He probably won a race. I'm not sure. A win today for either of these two drivers would definitely help them in the playoffs, that's for sure. Invasive Alien almost working his hardest to getting up towards the first place position. Invasive Alien nearly bump drafting Scotty Carter there. These two are dead equal into these corners and back straightaways. Scotty Carter is really trying his hardest to stay up towards the front. He's working hard, that's for damn sure. Scotty Carter is still in the lead. Still pretty equal to Invasive Alien. Will Invasive Alien make a move in the next few laps or so? We will find out in the next few laps. Let's take a look at our schedule for the next 5 races here. I did this a few weeks ago. I'm going to do it now. I haven't done this to any other things, but I am doing it now. The next 5 races here, so from race 10 on to 15. In this occasion, we will go to two super speedways and 1 road course and 2 triangles. Next week, we go to Kansas. And then after that, we go to Watkins Glen, Tennessee Super Speedway, Phoenix, Orlando Super Speedway, and that's about it. I was going to 10 to 15, and yeah, never mind. Sorry. It's 10 to 14, not 10 to 15, sorry. Kansas is next week, so that's a cookie cutter style track, I believe. So that'll definitely be a very uninteresting race, maybe. Kansas is not that interesting a lot of times. So yeah, Watkins Glen will also be entertaining. The super speedways will be entertaining as well. Phoenix, we'll see what that does. Tomorrow, the Whelen Modified Late Model Series takes it to a mystery track that will be revealed. I'll just reveal it right now. because the guys that watch this series, I don't think watch the modified series. Maybe they do. But to those drivers who are racing in the Whelen Modified Late Model Series or are interested in watching it, tomorrow's race will be at Eldora for the Ballpark 100. So that'll be a fun race. That is tomorrow. We're going to take another quick commercial break in this race. 29 laps about to be completed in this one, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to have 30 to go. We will be back to bring you full coverage of the rest of the race. Taylor from the PR Big Racing Network announcing. We're back in a few short moments.
I love my work. I really have the best job in the world. Hey, how are you? Everyone that I have ever met likes everyday low prices.
I know if I came here, I got the best deal.
You can go into Walmart and know it's a huge team effort to ensure that you're getting these low prices.
It makes me feel like I've got somebody on my side.
On our 39th anniversary and every day of the year, always.
When I walk out of here with my receipt, I see my savings.
Everyone likes to save money. It makes you feel good.
How it feels to chew 5 gum.
Fucking goddamn fucking goddamn fucking fuck.
New 5 gum. Stimulate your senses.
Today's presentation of NASCAR Verizon Indycar Series live from Lowe's Motor Speedway is presented by Goodyear. These tires blow up on the drivers that I hate, which I love. Goodyear, more driven. Scotty Carter and Vase Valiant still pretty equal. They've been this way for the past few laps. Pit stop should be coming here in the next 20 laps, if not 15. Head back towards the back of the field. We see some other two drivers here by the names of Dixon Charles. Ouch, excuse me. Dixon Charles and Marcus Bolton. After having that horrific wreck, Marcus Bolton's up to the 3rd spot. There's Cameron Bush up in the top 10. Great spot for him. Drivers here. Pretty single file throughout the race. They're pretty spread out by a few, if not a lot of car links. Side-by-side battles here. And you head back to the final few contenders back here. Last place being Anthony Finch, who won at Freeway Super Speedway. And then there is our leader of Scotty Carter. Lap times are, like I said, pretty equal. Look at that. Dead even equal. 29.609, 29.608. Exactly equal. Let's see about this lap. 657, 654, just exactly equal laps. Exactly equal laps. So let's go ahead and let's talk about how the IndyCar drivers are really preparing for the playoff season. We talked to a lot of these guys before the race. And some drivers who have already won races, such as Griffin Lynn, Anthony Finch, Sebastian Gemins, those 3 drivers all said that they want to get more wins so that way they can get a better chance of getting into the playoffs. Although there is still a lot of drivers left, what has been scaring a lot of drivers is there has not been a repeat winner. If there has been, it's only been one repeat winner. But there has not been a repeat winner in this series. Unless I've been mistaken by one driver, but they said that they want to get a repeat victory soon. Pit stops pit stops are happening. Stop it. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Take it to the pit stop cam. There they go. Okay, anyway. They said that they want to get as many wins as they can, so that way when the playoffs start, they don't have to worry about not making it to the playoffs when they're about, like, you know, first or second. If you are, like, the biggest anxiety problem for all these drivers, Piston Cup, the Twisted Tea Truck Series, and in the Verizon Indycar Series, biggest anxiety buildup factor is being 6th through 10th in the point standings, because you gotta be in the top 10 to get into the chase, and being so close to getting out of it, it would be a troubling thing to get out of the playoffs. Now, granted, if let's say this, if 10th place has a win, but 11th and 12th place, 13th and 14th and 15th place also have a win, then those guys have to battle it out in a heat race, which then you gotta win to get in, or else you're not gonna get in. Now, let's say if it's 9th, 10th, and 11th, 9th through 15th, then the first 2 drivers would go in. If you get the process, you know that this playoff thing is, you gotta be consistent. And it's basically like the whole, oh, you blow an engine, you're out of the fucking championship, because that's what it is. Gotta be consistent. Now, unless another driver explodes an engine or retires before you, then basically you survived another week, even if you decide to retire. See, is Scotty Carter still your leader? No, 3rd, okay. I'm gonna go up to Invasive Alien, who is your leader? Invasive Alien is your leader with about 58 to go this time by. Invasive Alien really got a lot of ground on Dixon Charles. And now hey, my mic. We talked to a lot of drivers who have not won yet, such as Invasive Alien and Scotty Carter. And some other drivers, they all said that as much as you want to win early, you want to win at the end of the season too. Because when you win, you automatically get to the first available spot at the top of the leaderboard. Unless there were unless there were drivers with 2 or more wins. Either way, it would be to wherever first opportunity you can get to the first place spot. So basically, if a new driver wins his first career race, but somebody at first has 3 wins, but whoever is in second has 1 win, then let's say that winner is Invasive Alien, he would go to second because of that 1 victory. Everybody else gets shuffled down a position. We've had different winners all of the races so far. We have yet to see a driver repeat a victory. And with next week being at Kansas, if next week we were to see the same pattern, we would have all 10 drivers filled up in the first 10 weeks of racing, which would be astronomically insane. Which means then we would have to battle for the next 20 races, or 15 races, or 10 races, to see who would make it into the playoffs. But we are about halfway done with this race. Still caution free. Base Valiant up at the front. Dixon Charles in second. Scotty Carter in third. Bob Ross fourth. Marcus Bolton fifth. That's your top 5. We'll take another quick commercial break here. We'll probably take another one after the commercial break. So we'll probably do a record 4 commercials into commercial breaks. Anyway, take another quick commercial break. We will be back in a few short moments. You're watching the PR and Pig Racing Network, and we will be back live from Rose Motor Speedway here in a moment.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Salsa is so in.
We are so in.
Only Taco Bell's Fiesta Taco Salad takes classic ingredients and updates them with a tangy, chunky salsa and crunchy lime-seasoned tortilla strips, made right when you order it.
Looking good.
I told you ladies dig salads. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. No, you didn't.
For a great tasting taco salad, think outside the bun. Spice up the night. Open till midnight or later.
Today's presentation of NASCAR Verizon Indycar Series live from Los Motor Speedway is presented by Sunoco. Because, well, that's the official fuel of NASCAR. Verizon and Dixon Charles 1 and 2 after the pit cycles. We're over halfway done with this race, ladies and gentlemen. It has not been so action-packed ever since the field started dying down. But then again, we are coming up to some lap traffic that you see in some of these backgrounds here. Nearest car up, that's the camera, up ahead would be Anthony Finch. And you would be that one car that would go a lap down. And then there's plenty of other cars spread out throughout the field. Question will be, when will Invasive Alien catch up to these drivers to lap them? If that will happen. We'll find out. Got about 44 to go in this race next time by. Lap time still pretty much identical. Fastest lap now goes to the 18 with 27.9. Invasive Alien, still your leader. Dixon Charles in second. Now Scotty Carter up in third has gained a lot of ground. He's going to try and get another chance at the lead. Nearly made a move on turn 1 under Dixon Charles. We'll be finding out what these cars are going to be made out of next week. And a caution has come out. A caution is out, ladies and gentlemen. What is this caution out for? Because I see pace light. Yep, there it is. Pace car's lights are on. It all seemed too innocent. There is a caution somewhere. Who spun out? I don't see any issue. I don't see any issues anywhere. Phantom debris caution, you may say? Okay. Alright, phantom debris. Love it. Yep, phantom debris cautions. Love them. Gotta love them. Okay, caution is out, ladies and gentlemen. We're under caution for the first time in today's race. Take it to the live coverage. There should be pit stops going on. I am not mistaken. Put it to the live thing just in time, too. Move on. Okay. Pit stops are happening. Who will come out where? Will anybody have a great stop? Looks like Scotty Carter had a great stop, but no one. Mace Valiant's going to come out first. Positions definitely shooken up a lot. 3 wide for... Wow, that was a great 3 wide off pit road. Another 3 wide off pit road coming your way now. Ooh, that one was pretty close. Alright. So now we are going to not take a quick commercial break, but instead fade into the green flag. So we'll be back in a split second. Pace car's about to roll in here. We're going to have a 38-lap shootout here, and Base Valiant's out in front. Dixon Charleston second. Bob Ross third. Number 24, what was that? 24 of Tip Foster. Wow, Tip Foster's up there. You got a great pit stop. Marcus Bolton fifth, and green flag back in the air at Lowe's. Terrible start from Dixon Charles, but a great restart from Evasive Alien. Bob Ross will take advantage of the mistake that Dixon Charles made and try to go up to second. Evasive Alien has a huge lead right now. Tip Foster is going to go up to second right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at that battle, shall we? Side by side for several rows right now. Tip Foster right now on the low side trying to take over second, and he will so. He will do so. Back towards the field here, you'll see all the drivers and where they came out under pit road. And there's your leader. Marcus Bolton, after having that horrific crash last week, he's moved on up to the runner-up position. And there's Michael Canto. Haven't talked so much about Michael Canto all year, really. You can see a big group of cars behind here, but it is starting to shuffle down and calm down a little bit here on the top 5. Cars on the apron. Andy Webb is on the apron. Looks like he is having an issue and is now down pit road. And there's Connor Metz in the other last position. Ooh, and look at Marcus Bolton going underneath. Underneath Evasive Valiant. Marcus Bolton is your leader now, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Canto gonna take second away from Evasive Valiant on the low side on the back straightaway here. Look at it from the spectator cam. Can see all the action from high above. Marcus Bolton now your leader. Now Michael Canto charging up through the field in second behind him. Tip Foster gaining another position. He's up to third. Scotty Carter gaining another position. Dixon Charles going to try and gain another position. Most drivers are gaining positions, that's for sure. But it is now Marcus Bolton and Michael Canto up in the top 2. Battling it out for the win. These drivers have been battling it out for several weeks now. Michael Canto has been struggling the past few weeks. This is his best position right now, up in the second spot. Marcus Bolton, after having that crazy horrific crash last week at California, now your leader. If he wins this race, it'll definitely be a story that a lot of people will be talking about. Marcus Bolton and Michael Canto really close together. Michael Canto really starting to gain a lot of speed on Marcus Bolton. Will Marcus Bolton win after what happened last week at California, or will it be Michael Canto? I think Michael Canto was even involved in that wreck too, because it was a two-car accident. I can quickly look back and take a look. Could be mistaken. Yeah, Michael Canto. Oh. Sorry about that. Yes, Michael Canto and Marcus Bolton, 1 and 2 right now. These two drivers were involved in that accident at California. These two drivers went from last place last week to first place. One of these drivers will at least go from last place last week to first place this week. Remember, Marcus Bolton went flying and smashing his car into the catch fence last week after flipping several times end over end, side over side. Michael Canto just got a lot of damage from hitting the wall hard. Either way, unless another caution comes out, one of these two drivers is going to get a victory in today's race. The question will remain as to who, as Michael Canto was involved in that wreck last week, just didn't get as much damage as Marcus Bolton did. But still, these two drivers that are 1 and 2 were involved in the crash that took place on lap 2 last week. We are about 3/4 of the way done. Marcus Bolton and Michael Canto 1 and 2. Michael Canto really gaining a lot of ground now. Michael Canto really trying his hardest to get his first win of this season. It is a coincidence that these two drivers are at the front right now after what happened last week. Right now we're just focusing on these two because this is your battle for the lead. But we can go back to this battle back here for the 3rd spot. Dixon Charles up to 3rd now. We have 13 to go this time by as they cross this line. No lap cars in sight for any drivers. You can see the field go by on this camera. And there's Marcus Bolton right now in the lead. We have 12 to go this time by. 12 to go. Go down there they go. Marcus Bolton gaining a lot of ground on Michael Canto. Marcus Bolton has a pretty good sized lead right now over Michael Canto. Question will remain as to whether that will last the rest of the race or not. We've seen races won under a last lap pass after what happened last week. We're going to have 20 laps to go this time by. Maybe, just maybe, we'll see more pit stops. These guys had to go down pit road after a caution that happened just a little after halfway point of the race. So these guys are running 50 laps on fumes. Remember that. And Race Valiant and all the others went down at lap like 30. So the question remains, do these guys have enough fumes to make it to the end of the race? These guys would have to be really close on fuel, but it may not happen. These two drivers may not battle for the victory. It may be somebody else, unless these two drivers can get out towards the front as quickly as possible after the pit stops. Been talking a lot about the playoffs. What a huge confidence boost it would be for Marcus Bolton and Michael Canto to get into the playoffs after what happened at California with that horrific wreck. But the lead has extended to 0.3 seconds over Michael Canto. We will take one more commercial break. We will bring it back to give you full coverage of the final laps of this race. This is Taylor from the PRN Pig Racing Network. We will be back in a few short moments, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go anywhere. Hey you, yes you, I got a question for you, sir. Are you tired of drinking that shitty Chevrolet only from JJ's Cafe? Well, today we added a new thing on the menu to help your needs of taste. Introducing the Pepper Latte. If you are sick and tired of drinking motor oil, well, sir, you're gonna have a healthy body after drinking every ounce of this. Herbs of spices, of peppers, and nutrients absorbed from corn, we decided to make the Pepper Latte. It is amazingly good. Come order it now. Available at JJ's Cafe.
This is fucking nasty. God damn.
Today's presentation of NASCAR Verizon Indycar Series live from Lowe's Motor Speedway is presented by NBC Sports. If they had Fuel as their theme song, this would actually be the best sponsor in the world right now. I said before the commercial, that would pit stops be a thing that would happen in this race? Turns out, 10 to go, the money stops have started. Some drivers are in. I think a few of them are still staying out at this point. I think some drivers are staying out depending on what happens. Marcus Bolton's still showing in front. Marcus Bolton, I believe, is going to try and just run that motherfucker dry, I believe. Unless he's going to go down pit road on these next few laps, because he has the lead. Why would he risk giving it up? I mean, just run it dry. If you run it dry, or I mean, he's got a big lead. I would just clutch the thing if he is short, but if he's not short on fuel, don't go in. No reason to. Nobody else behind him is going down pit road. Only do it if everybody else behind you are going down pit road, but I don't think the drivers that are behind him are. Now it is all Marcus Bolton right now, and he has 7 laps now. No, 9. Sorry, 9. It's 9. 9 laps to see if he can stretch it all the way or not. We'll be definitely having 30-second lap times here in a few minutes or so. I think some of the other drivers are pitting, I believe. Ben Crouch in second. Next, third. Scotty Carter fourth. Griffin Lynn fifth. Is that right? Yeah. That's your top 5. Last place being last week's winner, Sebastian Mins. Marcus Bolton. He is 6 laps away from getting his first career win. Will he be able to do it? Does he have enough fuel? Does he have enough time? Can he do it? Will he do it? We'll find out here. 6 laps to go here at Lowe's. Got 5 laps to go coming this time by. It'll be a very, very close race. This is definitely a fuel mileage race for this 83 team. 5 to go in this race, ladies and gentlemen. Does this 83 car have enough fuel to make it to the end to get his first career win here at Lowe's? First career win at Talladega. Four to go in this race, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to be 3 to go entering this lap. Three to go in this race. Does this 83 car have enough fuel to make it all the way? He's got nobody in his rearview mirror to worry for right now. If he were to run out, the real battle would happen behind him. Would he have enough fuel to make it all the way through this track? Find out here in the next few laps. Got 2 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. 2 to go. It's looking like right now that 83 car may have enough fuel to make it the rest of the way. It looks like he did save a lot of fuel while the pit stops were going on. It's going to be the 1 to go mark here. 1 to go. Sponsored by Credit One National Bank. Does the 83 have enough? We'll find out here. This is the time where it's going to be most needed to have a lot of fuel to make it to the end. Our driver's coming off pit road. Looks like Marcus Bolton does have enough fuel to make it. If he runs out now, he'll be able to make it all the way through. 3-second lead for Marcus Bolton. Marcus Bolton, ladies and gentlemen, coming out of turn 3. Last week had a horrific wreck at California on lap 2. Today he wins at Lowe's to punch his ticket into the playoffs. What a victory for that 83 team. Definitely well deserved. Ben Crouch comes in at 2nd, Dixon Charles 3rd, Scotty Carter 4th, and Griffin Lind 5th, Cletus Nolan 6th, Bob Ross 7th, Gabeth at 8th, Barry Slibblebeel 9th, and Victor Munes in 10th. That rounds out your top 10. Your final results after the top 10 are being shown now. Bastion Jamins with a terrible finish, 38th after winning last week. Andy Webb out of the race because of a gearbox issue. Other than that, we congratulate Marcus Bolton. This has been Announcer Taylor from the PR and Pig Racing Network. We will see you next week at Kansas. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching.